Spooky time. Scott Poole at the American Ghost Project. You ever wanted to know what it was like to actually edit a paranormal investigative show, like a BTS, behind the scenes kind of footage? What you're about to see today is, a behind the scenes look at how we go through our footage without all the boring aspects of staring at a monitor for hours on end and just seeing nothing. You're going to get the highlights of some of the of some of the evidence that we capture and how we either debunk it or leave it up to the viewer to decide if it's paranormal or unexplained. Stay tuned. Let's dive right into this. I had originally thought of revisiting the Sikeston City Jail footage from 5 years ago. This was our first investigation in downtown Sikeston, Missouri. It's a really neat historical town that we're from in southeast Missouri. And there's Mama Joe in all her glory. So let's just start this off.
Mom, is that base camp?
The audio is not going to be good. We were utilizing rather inexpensive cameras at the time.
Mom.
Hi.
Don't knock over the SLS. It's charging.
I won't.
I am going to go downstairs. We're doing solo sessions tonight. This is night 2 of our 5-day extended stay at the Sikeston City Jail in downtown historic Sikeston, Missouri. What I had done is, even though this is kind of cut together a little bit, I had walked around the corner. I can go to that original footage if you want, if we can just pull it up here. I walked around the corner. There we go. Into the conference room. Oh, I'm showing the base camp. Here we go.
So this is our base camp. So we got some nice couches set up here. This is a really nice base camp.
Not bad for our first investigation, having a really nice base camp like that. We had like a case of water, some electrical cables. Let me rewind this. Like I said again, this was 5 years ago. That bag right there. Anybody can see that little bag? That's our equipment bag.
So we got some nice couches.
Now we have an entire studio full of gear.
As far as base camps are snacks and drinks and some more of our equipment over there. Got a static camera set up in this room in here.
And I walked into this conference room right here.
Conference room, or what I am calling the conference room. It's got a bunch of tables and chairs and stuff in it, and a whiteboard and such. Hello?
Right there. So this audio is enhanced. Hear that? Hear that hay? Right there. Nothing to be worried about there. Spirits are just basically saying hey back. I said hello, they said hey back.
Really? I'm hearing footsteps. I heard something. I don't know what it was. I'm gonna go investigate.
So I walk on into the conference room. You can hear how squeaky my shoes are.
Scott Poole
I don't wear those shoes anymore.
going into the conference room. I thought I heard something. The store's closed.
Every little thing that we have done in the past has led us to where we are now. So with that being said, even the attire that we wear has changed over the years. I used to wear tennis shoes. Now I know that we go into these abandoned locations. It's good to have soft-soled shoes because that's not a very interesting shot to look at, is it? Because well, A, they're comfortable. B, they're not going to be hard soled and they're not going to sound loud on hardwood floors. But however, we go into abandoned locations and a lot of times there's like wood and boards laying on the floor and nails sticking up. So you want to have soft-soled boots. And what I wear are Doc Martens. They have a soft-soled boot that they offer. Most of their boots are soft-soled. So haven't run into any issues yet, and I have stepped on a few nails wearing Doc Martens, and they last forever. So there you go.
I thought I heard something.
And they're not loud, and they're comfortable. So that's kind of where I landed. I'm a Doc Martens fan. And no, this is not brought to you by Doc Martens, although it would be neat to be sponsored by them. think at this point I'm going,
Lights off, so your eyes
yeah,
get adjusted.
I'm going down into the basement. And I set the camera down. You can hear John through the camera, or through the monitors, since he's upstairs. And that is my nephew. I don't think that that's paranormal. That's John. That's John talking. So I can debunk this right here as being paranormal. He is speaking, and it's actually playing through our monitors, through the monitor right there, through the security cameras. And I thought that was paranormal originally. And then Mom.
Can you blow that up for me?
So that's the second floor of the old Sykeston City Jail.
Where I saw a white mass was right through here.
A white mass?
Yes, a white mass.
That's a little different.
We never did catch that white mass on camera.
Alright, I'm gonna move down, Mom.
Okay.
That's John talking again. That's not anything that we need to be worried about. I'm going to go over here to night 1. Scrub through this.
Oh, I thought we need the base camp on.
So John has moved from upstairs at this point
Oh, I
down
thought
to
we
base
need
camp.
the base camp on.
Well, I turned the base camp light off.
Oh.
Mama Joe and myself have gone downstairs into the jail cells themselves. He sets the camera down, and I actually fast forwarded this because nothing really happens. But watch closely. And no, I'm not saying that every single light anomaly is an orb, but there are some really interesting ones like that one. Dust usually doesn't shoot straight up into the air.
Is there anyone?
Not normally. And there goes another one right there. And for whatever reason, I lost picture. There goes another one. That one's actually, this light anomaly is actually in this room. And I don't know why my mouse is not allowing me to be a cursor. It is in this room and then kind of comes into the room with it. Watch. Get my cursor out of the way. You can see that better. There's the one that's going up.
Is there anyone just
And right around here. Look, keep your eye on that door frame there as it comes into the room with us. Pretty compelling evidence. Oh yeah, there's the bang. That bang that you hear is actually coming from upstairs. Bam. Bam.
What was it?
And see, John hears it.
There was something upstairs.
Yeah, see, and there's. So now I'll go to my camera. Let's kind of switch this around a little bit. I am downstairs in the control room. So I'm down here in the jail area. And as you can see, I've lost some weight and I've gained a beard. By myself. And I'm terrified. I don't look it, but I am terrified. I remember this moment. I am terrified. That's a serious look right there of what have I gotten myself into?
Comes a point in time when
It's serious. It's very serious.
investigators gotta come to grips with his fear.
Comes a point in time when investigators gotta come to grips with his fear. So dramatic. Got a message from the wife. Got to message her back. She sent me a little teddy bear with a heart. So that's the control room that I'm sitting in. Off to the right is the booking room. There's a jail cell. Actually, that's a closet, but there's a entryway to a jail. The female jail cell pod, and the male pod is off to that area back there. And I was completely alone and terrified. That there's a bench right there where inmates would be brought in and sat down for when they were being booked in. So remember,
It's black down here.
I'm all by myself. Squeaky shoes. You can see where they would chain up the inmates right there. And I have decided that I'm not going to do this. I let my fear overcome me.
Hey, Mom. Grab your camera and come down here. And the radio.
So at that point, Mama Joe is going to come down there and join me. Yeah, see, I even addressed the camera.
What I'm going to do now is I'm going to have me and my mom down here. She'll be in one side of the cell and I'll be on the other. And we'll do our solo sessions that way.
She comes down there with me. There she is. And again, I go into one side. Old Sykeston City Jail. The jail cells down below have not changed since it shut down, or since they shut down operations in 2016. So going on 10 years. They are exactly how they left them nearly 10 years ago. Sykeston Department of Safety has moved across the street, like a couple of blocks south of this location, into a brand new state-of-the-art building. It's absolutely outstanding. My hat goes off to, I tilt my hat rather to the men and women of the Sykeston DPS.
So Mom just heard someone say Mom.
So that was debunked. What had happened was I had exhaled rather, when I laid down on that bench there, on that bed rather, on that concrete bed, I had exhaled, and it sounded like I said Mom, and from the next jail cell over, and she replied, "Hey, what did you need?" We debunked all that. My daughter came here and about a week ago, and we debunked that already.
That's caught on the audio. Well, here we are again. I mean, alarmed.
I don't even wear that vest anymore. That's a fishing vest.
I'm sure whoever was laying here. Think about life.
I wonder if I have that recording somewhere. No, I don't. It's somewhere. I recorded it and put it somewhere. The reason why I don't use that specific style of recorder, that is an Olympus. That is actually my dad's old digital audio recorder. The reason why we don't use that one anymore is because of Olympus's proprietary technology. They had a connector that I don't even know where that connector is. That you have to connect it directly to your computer with this proprietary cable, and it gets stored onto your computer with this strange file format. Then you got to convert it. There are a lot of steps required to record with that specific recorder because of its antiquated technology. No offense to my father, who was a doctor, who owned that piece of equipment, but now we have very nice Sony digital audio recorders that have a slide out USB connector. I just pop it in, dump the footage, it reads it super easy, and it charges while it's plugged in. So it's kind of a no-brainer, and they catch really good EVP evidence.
This is August 7th, 2020. Stockton City Jail. Scott Poole sitting in the jail, one of the cells.
I think there were a few of them that were flying around earlier, just didn't say anything. But I'm gonna leave that up to you guys down in the comments down below. If you think that's if you think that these are dust particles or just debris flying through the air or spiritual energy flying through the air to come say hi while I'm doing a digital audio recording, comment down below and let me know what you think. And tag the part of the video we're talking about.
You gotta be by yourself. But I'm not here to cause any harm. We're reaching out beyond the veil to anybody that will listen to me moving.
Reaching.
Do you guys have spirit boxes?
That's John. So that's John talking through the radio. These were neat little. Actually, we still have these radios.
Got with me.
No, we don't. We have different radios now.
I believe.
Just so you know, I have no idea what he's saying either. The audio is so garbled. Pull up Adobe Edition. Make sure it's on the right monitor, and it is. Cool. Let's see if we can take care of some of this noise.
With us tonight.
Turn down some of this audio, spoken audio rather, because that's just going to be too loud. Okay. Now we can come back and watch it, because now the audio is going to be easier to hear. Now, see, obviously, I'm not running a Spirit board. Well, we're just running, we're just running an SB7. We're not running a Ghost portal. We have not built the Ghost portal at this point. Wow. Right as I hand the, holy cow. So right as I hand the Spirit box over to John, look at that. Coming right out of the Spirit box. There were no insects down in the Saxon City jail basement. And this is not what dust does. Dust does not do this. I refuse to believe this is dust. Look how purposeful this is. Boom. Wow, that's crazy. You got your own special effects, sound effects whenever I review it. That's crazy. I go to move the camera to make sure that John's being recorded. I always like to go back and slow footage down especially if I record a doorway. I have never caught anything in a doorway, but I always do just in case. That one time. There's a young John Kagoob Cub.
Who was the one that's been messing with me last night?
Yeah, what is that? Right into his head. Right up here, there's a light anomaly that's captured. Flies right into his head. Watch again. Frame by frame. This is what I'm talking about. This is forward. This is backward. Dust doesn't do that. These cameras catch more than we give them credit for.
Ooh,
And I saw it.
mark that. 126.
And I even said to mark it. Interesting.
Right when you looked over to your left, there was some kind of anomaly that went over your shoulder or down your shoulder.
Itching.
And right when that
That's the reflection. That what I just saw up here is the reflection of the spirit box. Watch how it moves with his hand.
and right when that happened, I had something added on my ear. And my ear started itching. Which I mean that happens.
Right. Not everything is paranormal. Not every experience is going to be paranormal.
Why do you keep puncturing me? Can you explain me the history of the third floor?
Why were you so active last night? Now nothing. Change my angle.
Nothing is coming through the spirit box, if you notice. Nothing. So I wanted to get out of the jail cell. Because the night before, he caught a lot of evidence. Look at this. Look at this thing flying. Starts about right here on the screen. Right here. There are no insects in the jail cell. I'm telling you, there were none down there. Lots of light anomalies, though.
Can you at least do the flush again? Flush the toilet again?
Holy cow. You've got to be kidding me. Did you see that? This is what I'm talking about. This is why we review footage. I gotta mark this. This is nuts. Holy cow. Wow. That That's not what dust does. It doesn't just haphazardly. It literally is going around John and then toward me. This light anomaly comes out of the wall, around John, and toward me. That's amazing. That right there needs to be its own short. That is that. I have no words. I don't even know how to put my words into words. Words sometimes don't have other words to word with. That's crazy.
409 market or
And I saw it with my own eyes too. I'm glad I was paying attention, even in the early days. Was another one, but it was so dim. Give me another good one. We're just capturing light anomaly after light anomaly. Give me another good one.
Do you guys want to attach it to someone else?
are you leaving on? Sorry. Okay.
See, back then we didn't even say goodbye to Spirit when we were done with Spirit Box. Even if you don't get anything, you still need to say hello and goodbye to close off the session. Okay, so at this point we are moving out of the mail pods and into the hallway. And I think his K2 was going off, but the building does still have electricity, so there could be stray EMF. That back bedroom back there, that back room back there is like a storage room, a bunch of files. It also had a very dim light on, so we do know that the downstairs did have electricity while we were there. The next time we investigate, I want to shut off all the electricity. All of it. All of it. All of the electricity. Shut it down. Well, that's loud. Okay, so he's got that device figured out and sweeping. And we'll go about right there. And then we'll grab it at Adobe Edition. Oh, looks like I've already done it.
Does that work?
Huh?
That's slow though, huh?
That's perfect.
What millisecond is that at? You can't see it, can you?
No. 350?
Yeah, that's too slow.
We usually sweep around 250 now.
Yeah, go fast.
We don't sweep that fast anymore.
Who's in this hall with me right now?
I'm sure there are a lot of lives that changed in that hallway. Sitting on that bench where John is, folks would come in after committing a crime or being alleged of committing a crime, sit down at that bench, cuffed to that bench,
What was
Not-
this place used for?
not really knowing of what their fate would be.
My K2 out.
What does that say? Oh, Chamber of Commerce. I believe the Chamber of Commerce for Sykeston also met there at one point, or had meetings there, perhaps. That looked like even though I said there were no bugs, that looked like a bug, or a piece of dust.
So I'm getting some hits.
Visit this place?
And I was getting hits in that room. I couldn't understand why. No, you can't.
Better cameras, that does say 8 volts right now, or PM. So it'll do that when you get close to like the lights or whatever.
go down to nothing.
Can you tell me if anyone died here?
And you tell me if anyone died here. It's just a glare from the lens.
Why are you guys so quiet tonight?
So this is going to conclude this video for now. Be looking for more videos like this as we post on a more regular schedule of BTS, like behind the scenes footage of us reviewing footage, kind of in a condensed fashion, so that you're not just stuck watching a monitor for hours on end. But as we get footage, or excuse me, as we go through footage, be watching our channel, hit the notifications icon, make sure that you like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.